Hi everyone, this is Jerry. Today I'm going to talk about the terrorism comes to America. Maybe everyone calls it like 911 terrorism, and this 911 terrorist attack on the United States will forever be American memory. More accurate deaths at least 10 days before the United States of America knows mainstream news media to present preliminary estimate is 20,000 people. No doubt this terrorist incident will the American public social, political, economic, and the future of international strategic focus will form a far-reaching impact. Politicians generally exclaimed the United States is being attacked. The accident on the same day, former Secretary of State says, this is terrorism on American conduct of the war. The United States people of life's most basic point. This will occur inflection, political says like 911 event 60 per harbor event since the Americans suffered the most dangerous attack. Like the Americans' fear is, since the Civil War, the United States successfully survived two world wars, but in 21st century, but was unable to prevent the series of terrorism. On psychological effect, firstly, the 911 event will be psychologically for the American people form a hitherto unknown effect. Make American hand aggravate agree aggravate the terrorism theory as the Americans in prevention of terrorism and agreed to provide a solid foundation. At the same time, there are also many Americans beginning to seriously reflect on other parts of the world. Why someone on the Americans so much hate? Um, the United States in the world. Like what's wrong? Like will also provide new questions. Like they are looking for the reasons why this is happening. Secondly, some people think that the terrorist attack was CIA burning shame. This requires careful co- coordination of terror, um, difficult in only 1 or 2 weeks after the preparation of action. Experts estimate that the terrorists, at least in several months or 6 months before the start of the planning training, because any American pilots is like muzzle against their heads. They also won't open the plane to hit the World Trade Center building and other buildings. Plane crash into the buildings almost certainly is a terrorist in the aircraft, and driving is very complex. Um, from the most probable low angle to destroy the World Trade Center building, no certain driving technology is unthinkable. The terrorists that these are the skills need to be trained and um, known as eyes throughout every corner of the world with CIA, but found no traces. Nature is like disgrace. In third, following a terrorist incident, the Americans would be forced to gradually lose freedom, such as access to the airport air travel will receive all sorts of restriction enforced. The American states politicians will still create the most uh, urgent, urgent task facing the debate. There will be more politicians to Bush came to power after the focus on the National Missile Defense Program, but ignored the threat of terrorism on America's solid citizen criticism. Bush governments will be forced to use limited resources to invest for terrorism preparedness, prevention of terrorism in American foreign strategy in the position will increase significantly. In fifth, the United States economic will be a serious treaty. Mm, the building of the World Trade Center is united more than the top level of transitional corruption headquarters of large financial companies such as Morgan Stanley is located inside the building. At the same time, after the accident, the financial market turmoil, the rising price, the international price of crude oil in 2 or 3 hours screwed to $33 a barrel, and so on. Not to mention the terrorist action caused by the hundreds of billions of dollars in direct losses. In six, the United States will have conclusive evidence to relevant organizations and advance national massive regulation, including economic sanctation and massive struggle operation type aerial bombing and other military means. Just like in conclusion, the terrorist action is the United States since the Pearl Harbor incident, since the most serious incident. The American public, psychological, and the political will produce fear-reaching effect. The United States foreign hardliners and isolationism, diplomatic strategy of United States will be more intense debate. There are any like insulate USA to completely prevent the terrorism threat, not only to take temporal solution but also to prove that is the most preventive measures and to reflect on their foreign policy strengths and third world countries, easing international on the United States of American discontent only work along those lines can effectively reduce the threat of international terrorism against the United States war. Not war against the United States. Alright, thanks.